We're excited actually to bring a comrade, Jarvis Benson, into this space. Jarvis is a member of the policy team at the Kairos Center. He has a background in international studies and has organized around Black feminist and queer issues in Mississippi and DC. And with the Kairos Center, he has worked to develop reports, policy briefings, fact sheets, conference interviews, and so much more. Um, so welcome, Jarvis. We're glad to have you with us this evening.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. And thank you, Moses, for speaking that wonderful word. So I'm going to read from a piece that me and incarcerated comrade wrote um, around kind of like being queer in the South. Um, and yeah, my comrade is incarcerated. I'll say this in the piece, but at the at CMCF in Mississippi. And so anyway, just wanted to give that piece of background. Um, okay, so throughout my elementary years, I wrestled with feelings of confusion and isolation, questioning my own identity in a society that seemed to have no place for people like me. I thought everyone just had to build a facade to navigate the world without causing trouble for my family or community. Even within the confines of the church, I didn't find much solace. The Bible, often turned to as a source of guidance and wisdom, offered no reprieve from preachers and community members' condemnations. Thou shalt not lie with the male, as one lieth with the woman, might as well have been another line in the national anthem. I searched desperately for any shred of affirmation, but I didn't find any. Our church definitely wasn't affirming, so it was near impossible to find queer community when any type of queer expression was thrown to the wayside. Despite the constraints placed on identity and expression, I also saw moments of creativity and freedom. Playing with gender norms was fine as long as they ended with a sermon. The church plays we put on, our own little Medea plays, were my first introductions to drag. Community jesters like my daddy, throwing wigs and shades to bring Bible stories and narratives from Black history to life. These performances reminded us of the struggles and triumphs of our ancestors and warned against sin as we portrayed characters like Mary and Joseph alongside figures like the temptress and like a single mom with two kids that need a miracle. And so through humor, we not only entertain, but explore themes of liberation and freedom from oppression, both spiritual and earthly. The over-policing of queer people extend beyond social interactions, deeply impacting the everyday lives of those who deviate from normative behaviors. This over-policing in daily life is intricately linked with broader systemic issues within the criminal justice system, where queer individuals face disproportionate targeting and incarceration. I believe we must abolish these carceral systems, both material and ideological. And it was through prison abolition organizing that I met my incarcerated comrade and friend, Tanika Williams. Her story, along with countless others, underscores the urgent need for a nuanced understanding of how social norms around sexuality and gender identity are enforced through both social sanctions and legal consequence. And so again, Tanika is incarcerated at the Central Mississippi Correctional Facility, which is in Rankin County. And I met Tanika through abolitionist organizing, and she and I are comrades through an organization called Study and Struggle, which is a collective concentrated in Mississippi that organizes towards abolition through political education, mutual aid, and community building across prison walls. And so here is a piece of what Tanika wanted to share. Um, so these are her words. Tanika says, I feel that people should live their life choices the way they want to and not be judged for being gay or transgender. Instead of hiding in the closet, come out of the closet. Be true to yourself. Now, I know that every person don't accept the concept of a person's lifestyle. It's really hard to be accepted by friends and family, the people we love the most. The choices we make in our everyday lives should not be judged, no matter right or wrong. We have to live with the choices we choose. People do not know how hard it is to come out to people, especially their family or friends, because they do not know how hard it is to live the lifestyle that they do. A simple whisper, look, or even body language can affect some feelings, like someone calling you um, a slur or that you were born a man, you are supposed to be a man, not a woman. It makes a person feel bad about themselves. And it can also call for that person to have a low self esteem about themselves. They may even ask themselves, why am I this way? Is it really okay for me to be this way? Some people even grew up knowing their true self before realizing the fact that they were queer. From where I'm from, it's not easy living the lifestyle I chose because people are very judgmental about being their true self. When I came out to my mother, she told me that she still loves me no matter what my sexuality is, and that made me very happy because she cannot change who I love. My experience coming out to my mother was not easy because I did not know how she would react. She always told me that God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. When I told her that I was bisexual, she was stunned at first, but she told me that I was always her baby girl, gay or straight. I kind of knew that well, I was always gay because it felt it deep down inside me. I thought that coming out to my mother would I would lose her, but instead it made our relationship better than I expected. My daughter came out to me about being gay. I told her I understand and I'm glad that she felt she could come to me about it because I know how it feels when you're living a lie instead of being your true self. So that was Tanika's story. And Tanika, being the sociologist that she is, decided to get another story from somebody else that she's incarcerated with as well. And so this is a story from Casey Martin. Casey says, coming out is always a scary thing to do, but already being a disappointment in your family's eyes because you made a horrible, horrible mistake and are now spending the majority of your life behind bars makes coming out even harder. Hi, my name is Casey. I'm 35 years old. I made a horrible mistake and now I'm spending the next 18 mandatory years in prison. I've always felt different. I was married 13 years and never really expressed my queerness. So when I caught my charge and went to prison, I felt a sense of relief, not because I'm in prison or will be gone a while. No, I felt relief to be away from my abusive husband and I can finally be the true me. I fell in love with an amazing woman who has shown me how I deserve to be treated. She loves me for me and loves my kids. Telling my family was easy. They saw me smiling more and I was happy again. My family was very accepting and happy with me. My daughter is excited to have a second mom. That was Casey's story. And so yeah, just I guess to close, I looked over the scriptures that we have for today. And y'all know I'm not really a scripture girly, but in the excerpt that I saw that they were talking about people were yearning for a king, thinking that this would kind of like validate them and solve their problems. Much like how society often pushes us towards normative standards to feel accepted. And so a lot of us have sought validation from conformity. We tried to find acceptance under terms set by others, and it's hard to see beyond that, often at great personal cost. But I hope we're reminded today that our true king is not one of oppression, conformity, or judgment. As we leave here today, may we carry with us the spirit of courage, the commitment to truth, and the love that binds us all in the great tapestry of creation. And let us walk boldly as our true selves in the light of the love that calls us each by name.